What's up, YouTube? So today we're doing a Q&A. I put a poll up on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on there, make sure you go follow, because that's where I usually put the questions. I put a Q&A up so people can ask questions, and we're going to turn it into a video. I'm going to ask a couple of questions. Before I move forward, some of the questions I will ignore. The regular questions like, oh, is creatine good for you? Yes, creatine is good for you. 5 grams a day. Don't ask no questions. Just do it if you want to take it. What is supplements good for you? Yes, if you lack getting enough protein, then having a protein supplement is good for you. And all the how do I get a belly fat? And make sure you check your diet. If you check your diet, make sure you're eating a slight caloric deficit and you're dropping your body fat, your midsection will go down. So there's no spot reduction. What are the exercise? Oh, you want to build big arms? Yeah, train hard. Same way you train your legs, your chest, your shoulders, take that same time for your arms and you're going to see some difference in your arms. What are the questions? There's a lot of questions that always shows up, and those questions, I will ignore those questions. I just answer some of them. We're going to go into more questions. I know some of you just started following me, and I just started this YouTube channel, so you want to get to know more about me and everything else, so we'll talk more about that. So yeah, let's get right into it. Let's see what the first question is. This question was funny to me. Somebody said, what do you mainly do for a living? If you follow me, you know what I do. I'm a fitness coach. I've been doing fitness for over 12 years now. I train people. I have clients online, in person. I teach dance and fitness classes. So I'm a fitness coach, fitness trainer, and a fitness instructor. I do group classes and all of that stuff too. And I do this full time. And sometimes a little bit of influence in here and there, because I like to put fits together and all of these other stuff. All right. What is my gym routine? My gym routine is simple. I train 6 days out of the week. Right now I'm currently doing a push-pull leg split. I do push, pull on Mondays. I do legs on Tuesdays, and I do pull. Then I go back into push, legs, pull, and I rest on Sundays. So Sundays I don't go to the gym unless I'm being paid to be there. Sunday's my rest day. I don't like to be in the gym. Someone asked me, what has kept me going all these years, or what has kept me consistent all these years? I feel like it's become part of my routine. It's a routine for me, just like brushing your teeth every morning or taking a shower every morning. It's a way of resting and recovering, and also for my sanity too. It's something that is part of me. I like to look good. I like to be in shape. I like to be healthy. So what's the point? If I'm taking an hour and a half out of my day to work out, it's not a big deal. Oh, what do you do on your rest day? My rest day, I usually sleep until 12. Sundays, I don't wake up early. I try to sleep in, because every other day I'm up at like 6 a.m. in the morning. So on Sundays, I sleep in. I don't like to be in the gym if I don't have anywhere to be. Sometimes I go to church. I haven't been to church in a minute, which I got to get back on. But if I'm home, I'll do some laundry, do some cleaning around the house. Sometimes I meal prep for the week and then get that out the way so that I make sure I'm ready for the week. So it's more of resting and preparing for the week coming up ahead. What do you eat before an early morning workout? Before I used to train early, like 4:30 in the morning. And those sessions is usually a piece of fruit or a bowl of oatmeal. Or sometimes if I'm not eating early in the morning because it's right before my workout, I'll eat a heavy meal the night before. Make sure I have heavy carbs, heavy protein the night before. So if I'm going to bed around like 10 p.m., 11 p.m. and I eat heavy, when I wake up at like 4 a.m., I can still train on an empty stomach and then eat breakfast after. So if you're somebody that don't want to eat before you go, you could have a piece of fruit, drink some coffee, have a bowl of oatmeal. And if you're somebody that it works for you training on an empty stomach, then do it. I tell people all the time, fitness is not a one-size-fits-all, all right? Fitness is what works best for you. Maybe right now I don't train 4 a.m. in the morning. I like to train midday because my schedule is busy in the morning and in the evening. So in between, that's when I work out. So everybody's schedule will be different. So it doesn't matter if you work out in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the nighttime, whichever one works for you, just stick with that. For how many years can you build muscle? Your first 6 months to 2 years It's more of your body adapting and getting stronger. A lot of times I feel like in this day fitness industry, people start working out 6 months and expect to have the results of somebody that's been training for more than 5 years or 3 years. And that's also one reason why a lot of kids are so interested in getting into taking steroids and jumping on gear, because they work out in 6 months or 1 year and expect to be at a certain point where somebody that's been training for a long time has been doing it for a long time. So a lot of people jump into all these shortcuts, trying to figure out shortcuts and know how to get to a certain point. But it's all about patience, right? I started training people 2 years after I had trained myself, or I started working out. I started seeing massive difference after a year as compared to somebody who wasn't working out at all. I was a skinny kid. So I started seeing a little bit of muscle here and there. I started seeing my body changing, and then I, kept progressing, and I got to a point. I got injured. So this story, I think I said it a while ago. I got injured my first 3 months of training. My left arm got swollen. This was when I was in high school. Some of my friends know this story. I went to school with a jacket on for like a week because this arm was swollen. I didn't know what I did wrong. I went to do some bicep curl, and I think I went overboard because it was still in my beginning stages, and this whole arm got swollen. That is why I take into account form a lot and not try to rush exercise. If you train with me, or even if you see my videos, I'm helping people when I'm trying to get people to understand form over weight. Because if you learn how to do the exercises properly with good form, then increasing weight will be easy for you and you'll be able to progress without having injuries. I haven't had any major injury since I started training. Aside my hand getting swollen and sometime back, I strained my back doing deadlifts. But even that, I was still working out. It wasn't like a massive injury that put me out of the gym, because I like to be mindful of my form whenever I'm performing my movements. So to answer your question, it could take you at least a year to 2 years to see massive difference, sometimes 6 months. Because if you're somebody that is overweight and you lose, let's say, 30 pounds in 6 months, that's progress, right? If you're somebody that's skinny that gains 10, 15 pounds in 6 months, that is progress. But everybody's progress might look different. So I can't give you a set time that you'll be able to build muscle that time. Oh, if you did get injured in the past, what did you do to stay active? Like I said, I haven't had any major injury before. So the injury that I had, I was still able to do other exercises. When I strained my lower back, I could still do like back exercises, but I can't do any bent over rows, heavy squats. But when it comes to like accessories and all of that stuff, I could still do it. So I was still working out, just that I was taking a break from like RDLs, deadlifts, squats, heavy bent over rows, all of that stuff. I had to put it on pause for like 4 weeks just so I could get back into it. Somebody asked, what got me into fitness? I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. Like every other guy, I wanted to get in shape so I could get the girls. That is how it started. All my cousins were bigger than me, and every time we walk in a room, like they get the recognition. Everybody like, who's that? Who's that? Like they command some type of respect, right? So being around them, it influenced me to start working out too. So at first, it was more like, getting in shape, fitting my clothes, not getting the girls. But then it got to a point, it was more than that for me, because I felt like I was feeling great. I was stronger. I was healthier. I hadn't gotten sick for months. And even if I had gone to the hospital, it was just for regular checkups, but not because I was sick, So I got a lot of benefits from it, which made me stay on course, and I loved it. And listen, I go to the store, buy something off the rack. I don't have to get it tailored because I have muscles to fit. So it feels amazing. And at the beginning, it was just to be in shape and get the girls, get a 6-pack. But it got to a point after my first year or 2, maybe 3, it became a different thing for me, because that's when I went into like training other people, getting certified and helping other people get their fitness results. So it became something different for me. It became more of a passion, something that I love to do. Like, I'm happy when I see my clients making progress or my clients feeling good about their results and everything like that. So that's what still keeps me going to this day. Let's see what we got. Oh, somebody asked me best exercises for overall back development, because I did a video breaking down how you could do or train every muscle part in legs, chest. So when you want to train all your back, you want to have different variations of how you have your upper back, your mid-back, your teres major, your rhomboids, your lats. So all these muscles are different variations, and sometimes it all goes about hand placement. For example, if we're doing a lat pull down, if you go into a wide grip lat pull down, it targets more of your upper back, all right? And then if you come here into your hand, palms facing you, supinated, the movement goes more into your lats, right? And the closed grip also targets more of your lats and your mid-back. Same thing for, let's say, if we're doing a seated cable row. If you do a closed grip seated row, it targets more of your lat. If you do a wide grip seated row, it targets more of your upper and mid-back. And if you do like a neutral grip, that is more of a mid-back. So all these handles and different variations is gonna help you target different muscle groups. And try to do a compound movement like a dumbbell bent over row, barbell bent over row, which targets overall back. All right, so having those and then adding some exercises to it, you could target every part of your back. All right, I hope this helps. All right, so let's keep this going. I got a couple more questions for you guys. I answered this question. Oh, this is different. Somebody said, what do you look for in a wife? I don't like talking about relationship stuff, but I mean, you asked for my opinion, so I give it. I feel like as finding a wife is more of like finding a partner and somebody that's going to support you in every other way. And when you understand that marriage is more of like a partnership, not just one is over the other, and you guys can communicate properly, everybody plays their role, because sometimes the healthier relationships is because everybody has their own responsibilities. If you're able to understand that and understand, okay, this is my responsibility, I'm going to make sure I provide for my woman. Listen, I come from an African background, right? Growing up, I saw my dad providing for my whole family, my mom, making sure everything was good, bills were paid, everything like that. But in this day and age stuff, and back then women weren't working like that, you understand? So the man was taking care of everything. But now you have two incomes coming in. So if you both are able to understand, okay, my income is gonna go towards the bills and this and that, well, I need you to take care of the little things at home, make sure there's food at home, make sure the little things. And it doesn't take that much to make men happy. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's just little things that we ask. If I find somebody that check all my boxes, then, and you know, somebody that's gonna support me. And sometimes when you go to rough patches, that's when you get to understand where somebody actually is. Sometimes people benefit from how you're there for them, what you provide for them, but once you hit that rough patch, they're ready to get out. So you have to find somebody that's also a ride or die and want to be there for the rest of their life with you and fight every battle you got with you. So yeah, if I find somebody that checks all my boxes, then I would say maybe that would be a wife, you know, so yeah. That was a different question, I like that. What keeps you going to the gym for 12 years? I think I answered that already, right? Yeah, I think I answered that already. I just love it now. It's become part of my routine. It's a passion. It's my job, so I'm in there every day for a reason. So that's what keeps me going. I haven't skipped more than 3 days in a row for the past over 10 years. Unless I'm sick and I need to take a break, I haven't skipped more than 3 days in a row for the past 10 years. I've been going consistently, if it's not a rest day. Okay. Oh, somebody said they need a workout playlist. I got a workout playlist coming. I got you guys. It's one of the questions that I get a lot. Some people say they love my music choices when I post on my stories. Again, if you don't follow me on all other platforms like Instagram and TikTok, it's the same name, Hurricane GH. Make sure you follow because I'm more active on there. You know, YouTube, I do weekly videos by every day, my daily activities, my daily meals, my daily workouts, all of those stuff go on my Instagram. So make sure you follow that page too, Hurricane_GH. What is the best workout split for muscle growth? Everybody's different, right? It doesn't matter what workout split you're on. If you're not training hard enough, you're not gonna make any progress, or you're not eating properly, you're not gonna make any progress. For example, if you're trying to gain weight, you have to be in a surplus. So if you're eating less, you're not gonna see any weight gain. And if you're trying to lose weight and you're eating stuff in your face and eating like a teeth, you're not gonna lose the weight because you're eating in a surplus. You have to be eating in a deficit. And when it comes to the working out, any workout split will be good based on if you're training hard enough. So let's say if you only have 3 days out of the week to train, you could do a push-pull leg split, all right? You could do upper body, lower body, and full body. So it all depends on what you're going for. If you're doing 4 days a week, you could do upper, lower, right? Or you could do push, pull, legs, and then full body. So you end up training each muscle 2 times a week. I'm very big on training each muscle 2 times a week because I feel like you see more results that way. So even if you're training 2 days a week, you could do 2 full body days. So you end up training each muscle group 2 times a week. So it's all based on how much availability you have, how much time you have, and also how intensive your workouts are. All right. So it doesn't really matter if you're doing the bro split, if you're doing push-pull legs, whatever split you're doing, just make sure you're training hard enough and your nutrition matches your workout, and you're gonna see difference. Somebody said, what is one thing you love about yourself? I would say hard working and consistency. I won't use one word. I'm very persistent when it comes to something that I want. Like even when I started fitness, it was an up and down motion for me because my dad wasn't speaking to me for like 2 years because I decided to choose fitness. This, a lot of people may not know, I have a bachelor's degree in business administration. I went to university for business. I majored in marketing. So in a way, I'm using my degree and my education to promote my business on all these other platforms in respect to like marketing to my target audience, all of that stuff, right? But I'm very persistent. I started fitness. I was like, you know what, I want to do this full time. I have friends that I started with, and today they're not doing fitness, like they're doing other things. Man, I'm still here doing this 12 years and over, you know? So I'm very persistent. If I really want something, I go for it. And discipline, consistency, those are things that I keep dear to my heart. Like, if you're consistent, a lot of time people stop doing stuff, it starts picking up, and then they stop, and then they're like, oh, why am I not making this? Because you're not consistent, and you don't have the discipline to be consistent with it. You're not persistent enough. So if you're more persistent, you're gonna keep pushing until you get to where you wanna go or what you wanna achieve. So that's one thing I like about myself, and maybe other people like about me. One thing I don't like about myself is sometimes I procrastinate a lot, and I'm still working on that, and I'm being 100% open. Sometimes I procrastinate. I can write a lot of ideas down. I say, okay, I'm gonna record this, and then I keep pushing it back and keep pushing it back. So that's one thing that I'm working on. Is protein powder and other supplements good for your health? I don't know about other supplements or what supplements you're talking about, but protein powder is just protein powder. It's a supplement to some. If you're somebody that don't get enough protein from your foods and stuff like that, having a supplement will help. But just because you're taking supplement don't mean you're gonna make the results you want if you're not eating properly or you're not training hard enough. A lot of times people think as soon as you take protein supplement, you automatically build muscle. It don't work like that. You have to be consistent with your workouts and every other thing in respect to your fitness journey, and you're gonna see results. So it does work if you use it properly in respect to like your training, your nutrition, rest, recovery, all of these things. You're gonna see massive improvement. What got you into fitness? I think I answered that already, right? Okay. Yeah, at first it was to get the girls. I'm not gonna lie, you know, when you're in shape, and it got to a point, and even to this day, women like a guy that is in shape. Like, it gives you a sense of like protection. Like, this guy could protect me. I mean, I know some guys that have muscle and they can't swing or they can't fight, but it's still like having the strength and when somebody is able to build muscle or be consistent with their fitness journey, shows discipline in the person, because it's not something that is easy to do. So before, the main reason why I got into fitness was to get the girls, but it got to a point, you know, I liked how I feel. I was stronger, I was healthier, I slept better, I wasn't stressing too much, so it became part of me. But beginning, it was just to get the girls, you know, get the abs, take my shirt off, go to the pool, stuff like that. But like now, I don't remember last time I laid down to do core exercises. I'm not even obsessed with abs like that no more. And I feel like, and a lot of things that people don't tell you about having abs is you have to be the least amount of body fat, especially if you don't have ripped abs. Like, you want to get to the least amount of body fat, and sometimes you're tired all the time because you're eating a caloric deficit. Your energy is low because your body fat is really low. Having a 10 to 15% body fat is healthy and actually makes you feel better, makes you stronger. But the least amount that's why a lot of bodybuilders, when they're prepping or competing, they can't lift a lot of weight because they're low on energy. Their body fat is like 5%, you're tired. You could even feel your bones when you step on the floor. It's not a good feeling, you know. So if you want to have a decent amount of abs that you can show when it's not like around, you could have decent amount of abs at 10%, 11%, 12% body fat and still have abs, you know. So it doesn't have to be single digits. If you're not somebody that's trying to compete or get on stage, then it doesn't really matter, you know. Benefits of suicide grip for bench or other push movements. It's a preference, all right? I started lifting weights or doing bench with a suicide grip, and it's something that has stuck with me since I started. And me personally, I feel like it helps you push more because you're more in tune and trying to make sure you're gripping the bar hard and not letting go. So you put more effort in pushing the weight and it gives you a little bit of strength. Me personally, that's what I think, and I think that is more of a preference. I have guys that I train with that does thumb around the bar. Everybody's different. So it's not really a massive difference in both. As long as you understand the mechanics of how the exercise work, it doesn't matter if you're doing suicide or you're doing a thumb over grip, all right? Do I do cardio or sauna room in your schedule? Honestly, I don't set time aside to do cardio. I teach dance and fitness like cardio classes, so that is a source of cardio. Sometimes I do cardio when I'm about to work out, warm up before my workout, and I try to get around like 10,000 to 12,000 steps a day. So I don't necessarily have to set time aside just to do cardio, stay on the treadmill for like an hour. In the sauna sometimes I'll get in the sauna for like 30 minutes or 20 minutes. It's not something that I do all the time. It's not really a necessity in my routine. And yes, getting in the sauna necessarily doesn't burn fat. And also you could do countless hours of cardio. If you're not eating a caloric deficit, you're not gonna see any changes, all right? Also, let's explain this. I know you probably hear calorie deficit every time on social media. In simple terms, calorie deficit means you're eating less than your total daily expenditure. You are eating less than you burn on a daily, all right? So if you're somebody that, let's say you burn around 2,700 calories a day and you're eating 3,000, 3,200, you're eating in a surplus. If you eat around 2,500, 2,300, 2,400, that is below your daily expenditure, that is a caloric deficit. So that's the difference between a caloric deficit and a caloric surplus. I hope this helps. All right, so down to the last question, the most controversial question today. Natty or not? Am I natural or not? I don't know why I even have to explain myself or answer this question because I've said it over and over and over again, but it's gotten to a point where it's been instilled in a lot of people's mind based on like how social media has been these days. People prioritizing and celebrating like and talking about, oh, I'm on this gear, I'm on that gear, giving like doses on social media, and kids are trying it out without going to see actual professional doctor. I've never really been a fan of getting into steroids. I'm not a fan of competing. Let me say this. If you're trying to compete at a top level, yes, they need those enhancements to get to that point based on their type of training they do and the type of physique they're looking for. If you're somebody that just want to be big in the gym and getting on steroids, if you're 19, 18, 21, 22, even till 25, 26, 27, your body produces enough testosterone to build a decent amount of muscle, all right? You see guys in the gym, oh, I've been on the cycle for 6 months, and they look like an average teenager that don't have no muscle because you don't have any muscle maturity, you didn't learn how to train properly or build intensity, and you just jumped on gear and you're not seeing any changes, right? I've been training for 12 plus years, right? Consistency, like I said, I haven't missed more than 3 days in over 10 years, unless I'm sick or I need to take a break. Even when I'm traveling, when I'm on vacation, I'm still working out. Even sometimes my friends get mad that, yo, we're on vacation, you're looking for a gym. Yeah, it's part of my routine, right? But I am 100% natural. I'm not taking any type of performance enhancement drugs, no steroids, no test, nothing. I just eat, work out, sleep, recover, and then do it over and over again, all right? And also genetics. Yeah, I'm African. Like, it's genetics, and I'm African. Most of our foods is carbs. Growing up, I feel like genetics play a role. All right. I won't say I'm part of the top 1% or 5%, but I have good genetics. My dad is built tall. He's not somebody that works out, but he's taller than me. He has height. If he worked out, he would have muscle. I've been trying to convince him to work out, but he doesn't want to listen. But I feel like we should start changing the narrative. You can build muscle, a good amount of muscle size, decent muscle and muscle maturity while it's being natural if you are patient. It's just because now everybody want to go from point A to point B in 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. That is why a lot of people are jumping on gear. Give yourself some time. Take your time and grow. And it will be easier for you. And what they don't tell you is a lot of side effects comes with the steroids and all these other stuff. Sometimes when you get on it, you can't even get off for the rest of your life. You got to stay on it because your body won't provide testosterone anymore, all these other drugs. And if you want to go that route, I don't have anything against you. Just make sure you go to a professional, go to a doctor, do some blood work. Stop taking prescriptions from people on social media and influencers promoting gear, please. That's one of my advice. That's a major advice I'll have for you guys. All right, if you want to get into it, make sure you go see a professional. Understand all the side effects that comes with it. And if it's something that you want to go that route with, then choose that. But they just don't get up and get on gear because your favorite influencer said they're taking this cycle and that cycle and that cycle. All right, so on that note, I'm 100% natural, and I've answered this question over and over again. I don't know how many times I can answer it. And you're entitled to your own opinion. You might think I'm lying, but that is the truth, 100% truth. God is my witness. I don't take any type of steroids, and I just train with intensity. I train hard, I eat, and I'm not on a strict diet. I eat whatever I want in moderation. I get a good amount of rest, and yeah, that's all I do to get this physique that I have. And again, I've been working out for over 10 years. I've been working out for 12 plus years now. So I've had some time in the gym, and that is why I have a good muscle maturity. And yeah, that's all for the questions today. If I didn't answer your question, it's probably because it's asking me about belly fat, creatine, protein, all of those things is an everyday question that I get. And I answered some of them at the beginning, and I hope these answers answer your question. So yeah, maybe we'll do it again. The next time we do a Q&A, the questions will be on Instagram. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. So next time I put up a poll, you can ask the question that you want. I'm gonna try to do this at least every 2 months. I'll do a Q&A because I know new people come in and you want to get to know about me and what I got going on. So from here, I did breakfast in the morning. I took some calls in the morning. It's time for me to go get my workout in, and after my workout, I have some clients after. So yeah, let's get this going. I'm about to go get my workout in. So yeah, out.
Saturday night, 2 shots in and she feeling just right. Call up her girlfriends, rush to the club, tryna squeeze them hips in a dress so tight. You love her, caught your eye, won't find another. Lips so soft and the skin like butter. Wanna tangle up behind the covers, but hold up, you should know. Cause she don't want no man, she just came here to take your bands. Get free drinks with all of her friends. Blow your mind every time she dance. Ooh, shake it for a flight to France. You never really stood a chance. Ain't got enough stance to get in her pants. She tell you could when she know that you can't. Don't you fall in love, don't you waste your time. She'll take all your money, won't leave you with a dime. Tell you you're the one, then tell you never mind. Yeah, that girl look good, yeah, I know she fine, but the bills at the security, hit the front of the line, pockets on steroids, you get it? She call you from the line, you with it? Pay for her and her friends, you did it? Straight to the phone, get all the digits, but hold up, you should know. She don't want no man, she just came here to take your bands. Get free drinks with all of her friends. Blow your mind every time she dance. Ooh, shake it for a flight to France. You never really stood a chance. Ain't got enough enough stands to get in her pants. She tell you could when she know that you can't. Don't you fall in love, don't you waste your time. She'll take all your money, won't leave you with a dime. Tell you you're the one, then tell you never mind. Yeah, that girl look good, yeah, I know she fine, but it's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap. It's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap, it's a trap. You'll soon find out, no doubt. You better watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out. You'll soon find out, no doubt. Don't you fall in love. Don't you waste your time. She'll take all your money, won't leave you with a dime. Tell you you're the one, then tell you never mind. Yeah, that girl look good, yeah, I know she fine, but it's a trap.
This nigga over here shaking like it's... Damn, you got a big ass head.
Nigga, my dome piece, you.
This guy got a big ass head, look, look. I used to do cap moves and all that.
See, I knew he was a stripper. See what I'm saying? Look at his moves.
I got a couple of moves. Those days I used to dance, man.
I knew it. Can't tell that.
All right, y'all. So that would be a wrap for today. Today was a long day. I had check-ins, breakfast. I showed you guys everything. And I hope the Q&A, I answered the majority of your questions and it helped you a lot. Yeah, usually my day,
a little bit of a day in the life too. Usually my day ends around 8 p.m., 7 to 8 p.m., depending on the day. I usually get in the house around like 8:20, 8:30. Today I got up early. So I would make something, warm some food, eat dinner, and that would be all for today. All right. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me and my channel so much. I see you guys next time. All right. Thanks.